Hi, and welcome to the Silver Surfers. This is just a little info because nobody seems to be here tonight. I think in summertime it's getting harder for the surfers to get a bit of time off. Everybody's out with the family and on holiday, so I just thought I'd take this time out just to tell you what's coming up soon. It'll be Grandad's Paddle Out on the bank holiday, the 30th, I think, or the 31st. So that'll be going out from Langland, paddle over to Crab, and have a paddle out session there. And then in September will be our friend and mentor and just amazing guy, Mr. Dave Fryer. His paddle out will be on Sunday, the 15th of September, and we'll meet on the beach, or, mid-beach. You'll see a crowd and everything. Bring a board and a weddy. If you can't go out in the water, don't worry, because you can just follow it from the beach. It's just basically to be there, just mark of respect. And paddle outs are always an amazing ambience, and you get to see all the friends, and you can talk stories about Dave, about how he started, how you first met him, perhaps, or I just remembering Dave and the good times and everything else. So that'll be on the 15th of September, and I think maybe it all depends if Paul is in the mood as well. Maybe it'll be a little bit of a music up at the shelter as well. So we hope to see you all there, and it's going to be, I hope it's good weather for you. I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. I'm stuck in France and I can't go in the water anyway. But hopefully it'll be a great afternoon for everybody. Granddads as well, don't forget that. Jeff Jones. So there we are. Thank you. Oh, hi, Sam.
I can't. Yeah, sorry, a bit late. I had a gig last night in a van full of gear, so I waited until later on. I thought I'm gonna spend a bit of time down Botine with Kim, where the gig was. Went down to Birds. Oh, had a coffee, and I thought, oh, I got an hour and a bit now to get the gear out,
Yeah.
and then I got distracted by something else, so I've got most of it out now. And
Oh,
I thought initially, oh, I can leave most of it in the van because for a gig next Saturday. And then I remembered I got a gig with the Tiger Group the day before on the Friday. So that means I got to have an empty van. So I had to take it all out anyway.
all right, there we are then.
Yeah. But
I never used to leave my stuff in the van or the
no,
car.
I don't normally, but I thought, hang about, I'm wheeling it all out back and forth, back and forth. And I thought, right, this all's pretty secure. I thought, right, save bumping the PA and everything out. And then I remembered I need a space to put all the drums in on Thursday. So I thought I worked out a bit of a sweat then. And then I was watching for the dog. So what's that one that went up? Just you and Biscuit. Was that last week then?
That was last week. Yeah, it was just me and Biscuit. We had a chat, like me and you were gonna have a chat.
Yeah, So I know
I'm
Michael's
home
on.
next week.
So
No,
it,
the reason
so
is, okay, is that Biscuit's down in Devon again.
so he was he home when he was with you last week? I thought he might have done it from away.
No, no, he was back, and he's buggered off again now.
All right.
So and
And kept
Primo
us
is
elsewhere. Although this morning, when I was down in Portdown, did the gig down there, and then stayed the night, and then this morning I went for a coffee in a little coffee shop round the corner, and the guy who owns the place, he's chatting, and he said, "Oh, he said, Robert Fisher, Kipper, he said he was down here this morning, so earlier. So I'm not sure if he's down there, sort of period for the day, whatever, but and then." And I know Michael's away. Is it Greece or Crete or
He's
something?
in Greece, yeah.
Yeah,
He's having a couple of weeks in Greece. So well, I think it's normal in the summertime. You know,
yeah,
everyone's really busy, aren't they? Everybody's got lots of things to do, and if we can make it, we can make it. You can make it.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
I'm sort of
give me yawning my head off you.
yeah. Don't worry about that, man. I tell you, I'll be doing it all afternoon. I've just done a little forerunner for Dave's paddle out. I've just done a little
All right, yeah, it's the 15th, isn't it?
yeah,
15th
15th of
September, yeah.
September. Yeah, but I'm gonna look at that. I thought nobody was gonna come on, so I thought, all right, well, what I'll do tonight is I'll try and make up a couple of segments for Dave's paddle out.
Yeah,
So just to
that'll be
bring,
great.
so as we get nearer to the date, I'll have something prepared, and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, because I think I'm going away on the, hang about, what's it, the 2nd of September. Going over to Belgium for a ride with the guys, and then
Yeah.
I'm coming back the week later, so I'll be back on something like the 9th or whatever. So it's the following weekend
Yeah,
then.
yeah, right. Oh, great. It'll be good fun going over. Where are you going in Belgium?
Well, the guys I ride with are within the Brussels area,
Hmm.
and then we ride to the east about another 100 and odd miles to a place called Manhay, and it's just where they hold the rallies. And this year it's the 50th anniversary of the club that I belong to.
Oh, great.
So I went out for the 45th, and I remember going out then on the train, and they
Hmm.
met me and down there. But this time I thought, oh, it's earlier in the year, so I'll go out on the bike because I haven't been on a big ride now since my incident in Denmark, which was 2 years ago.
The bridge too far.
Yeah, so I thought I'm gonna pace myself. I'm just going out on my own, so I'm gonna break the journey up into sauna sections, get plenty of sleep, stop whenever I want. My schedule is quite good. And then this place, man, hey, it was quite a pivotal point in World War II, and they've got a military museum there of all artifacts and bits and pieces. I think at that particular point, I think the Germans were advancing, and then at one point they went sort of blindly into an area, not realizing they'd crossed a line, and most of the British troops were then actually behind them. So it was a oh shit,
Yeah.
and it was quite a critical battle that took place in this very small village, of
What's
uh,
it
of
called?
uh,
Hang on.
Manhay,
Hey,
Manhay,
yeah. Okay.
Hay.
Yeah. No, because I'm quite interested in the history of all that. I've been studying it. I've become a bit of a historian on it.
Oh yeah,
But I'll look it up. Manhay, yeah.
yeah, Manhay in Belgium. It was I forget what the battle was called, but it was quite a pivotal point of something that was happening, towards the end of the war. Sort of a turning point sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll
they
have to
got
look.
recreations in the museum,
Yeah.
sound and vision, so you can
Yeah.
hear all the stuff going on, and
Brilliant.
uh, so you go. Yeah, so that's the
It's
plan.
am- it's am- it's amazing, isn't it, what happened in this war, like or any
Yeah,
war, basically. But some of the stories that come out, man, of such bravery, such idiocy as well. But man,
yeah,
I mean, I would have said right before when I was younger, I would never go do that. Fuck that. But when you see why they fought and what we have now.
yeah.
Then I think I would change my mind and I would have to go and do something.
Yeah. Because I mean, when you think if Hitler had carried on with
Yeah.
his whole thing, you know, and God knows what we'd have been like. You know, we
Als
could have had
sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ja.
French. We'd
Very
have been the
good.
French resistance, you know.
British resistance.
Yeah, yeah, but you know the similar kind of thing that was going on
Yeah.
when they were in France. Because I mean, they steamrolled the Channel Islands, didn't they? Was
Yeah.
it
Well,
Jersey and
if they
Guernsey?
would have invaded us with Operation Sea Lion,
Yeah,
then they could have just walked in basically because we had nothing. We left everything on the French side with Dunkirk,
mm,
and we were lucky to get as many men back or people back as got back.
yeah.
But as far as materials go, we didn't have a gun for everybody. Nobody. The
Yeah.
people left their guns and everything there to get off.
All
That's
right.
an amazing thing. You should check out a few docs on Dunkirk, man. It's really wild.
Yeah. Give me just a minute, you Con. I just remembered I've left the side door of the van ajar while I
Oh
was
no,
putting
no, go
something
and
into
close
it.
it.
Let me just go and shut it now.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Um, There we go. Do, 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 do. That's better.
That's not so good, is it?
Oh, you've got, is that what they use? What's it called now? That green background. They use it in films with,
Chroma key.
yeah. So is that where they can actually superimpose all sorts of stuff on it?
What you do is you have a green background, and then anything when you go onto your oh God, I'm losing it. When you go on to your editing program and you use
Yeah,
the chroma key and you can take out that color, well, you can do it in any color because sometimes you have green,
yeah,
and if you look at the flag here, there's green there, okay? So if I had a similar color green to that when I took out the background with the green screen, then that green would go out as well. So then you can do it in blue, you can do it in black, you can do it in red, any color you want. I've just done one with the Silver Surfers, the last intro, where I used for the fog. I used a black green screen
yeah.
because the green one I had with for the fog was just so many other things green around you. You don't think they're green, but they don't look it, but
Yeah,
they are. They're related in color, so they get affected by the green screen. And then you get
yeah.
these tinted greens everywhere.
Uh,
So I found a black and white fog one, which is you take out the black and you just got the fog, a
yeah,
transparent fog.
yeah. I like that the little the intro piece you did when it was just you and Biscuit, the kind of little beach scene with the girl playing guitar and you and
Yeah.
Biscuit, and then the little alien coming. Just
It's Toby from Harry Potter.
all right.
Yeah,
What is it? Was he a character featured in all the Harry Potters then?
Toby is the house elf.
Dobie, house up.
He's a house elf, and he just has to do. He's a slave basically, and he wants
Yeah.
to be treated nicely. Or he treated badly, you know.
Uh,
Harry
oh,
Potter treats him well, but there's other people in it, who don't treat him very well as well.
uh,
House elves, and they got in the law of something. They did something, and they promised service so they're all dressed in rags and everything like that.
uh, uh,
Anyway, so
It's when I hear actually to do with Ukraine and Russia and commentary and people speaking, I immediately go, oh, It's the meerkats. It's funny that
It's
because
what?
the meerkats, you know the adverts with the meerkats in? Simples. They usually advertise, what's it called now?
The clue.
Uh, .com. It's a comparison site. You forget what the advert's
Oh, I
for
see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
I've seen that one.
there's these little characters and they bring all sorts of people into them. And I get so zapped into the characters and the sketches they involve, I forget what the advert's advertising. Meerkats is symbols. Great, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's a TripAdvisor type thing, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. But what I think, when only quickly this afternoon, last night, one of the guys in the band, the main guitarist, he's quite good with photography and he videos stuff. And he videoed some of the stuff from last night. And by the time I got down to the verge, he'd posted one of our songs, which he recorded live on the night. And it's amazing with this camera. The sound is not bad at all. If you go to my either my page, my Sam Samson, or to the Plastic Sam Stargazer page, it's up there. And there's one from the last gig we did
Yeah,
in
I
the
saw the
rain.
last one, yeah.
Yeah,
You got to be careful though when you're moving around because sometimes when you start to move around a bit, the sound
yeah,
changes because you go further away or closer to the speakers.
yeah,
When you're filming like that, it's best to have two cameras or
yeah.
maybe just
But
one.
it's not a little stand, and it's when we're static. I mean, we're not diving around too much. And sometimes when we're running through a song and we're rehearsing arrangement, he'll say, "Right, let's put it down," and he just plonk his camera in the back of the shed or at the side of the shed, and it's literally just to get the audio. But it's
Yeah,
the back of my head sometimes or whatever of just something we've written and to put down the arrangement, so then we can remember
yeah.
which way we did it.
I'm a bugger for that because I like to keep everything, all the archives. I think one day I'm going to be famous, and these archives are going to be like the Beatles archives or something like that. But
Documentary.
I keep when we rehearse, the band rehearses.
Yeah,
I usually record it,
yeah,
in sound and
yeah.
in video. So we've got
Uh,
some great rock ups there. Right ones. But
yeah,
a lot of gigs done as well, and I've even done gigs live when I'm
yeah,
playing, and I've got my camera, and I'm in an open E or something like that,
yeah,
and I'm playing the guitar, and I'm holding the camera and singing, and playing a harmonica at the same time, with one hand,
yeah, yeah,
and then just taking the camera away and showing it to the people, and go, hey,
yeah.
and
I
that's
tell
live,
you
just out
who
live.
joined us last night. I'm not sure if you remember Tweaky, who used to play with the Man Band at some stage and
Ooh,
various other bands. What's his proper name? I just know him as Tweaky.
Tweaky and me, Hamstown thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tweke. He was in the Man Band,
yeah.
maybe, or when they were having a couple of changes. He was with them for a year or so, and he doesn't play with bands now, but he's a really good guitarist, and he does a Friday night every Friday in the King Arthur pub down in Reynoldston. He's got a little alcove. He sits in on top of his amp and he just plays background stuff, all instrumental. And he's amazing. He does all sorts. He'll do anything like a Dire Straits Shadows. He plays the vocal melody line on the guitar. He's been
Yeah,
doing it for years. And now for the last while, he's also been doing the ship in Portainen on a Saturday. So when I sent him a message, I said, "Oh, what time do you play down there?" He said, "Oh, I'm finished by 9 o'clock." He does 2 hours, 7 to 9, when people are in for a meal. And I said, "Oh, well, we're in the Smugglers just round the corner. We're playing from 8 till 10. Oh, I'll come up when I'm finished." So that was ages ago. So I think it was last Monday or something. I sent him a little reminder. "Oh, yeah," he said, "remind me again." He said, "Because I'll forget." I said, "All right." So I even put a reminder on my phone to send him a reminder on
yeah.
Friday, but I forgot. But he turned up last night, and he remember, and he turned up. We were just about to start the second set, And so I looked at a couple of numbers in the set that would sort of suit him, and he came up and played with us. So it was great, you know. We didn't
Brilliant.
get any visual and audio, but it's a nice picture. I think that the bass player John, his wife Liz, she took a picture of Twiggy up with us, like, you know.
Oh, good.
I think you can see that on. It's. I'm not sure it's. If somebody tags you with a picture, I'm not sure if it's then on my page. I can't remember now. How it.
It'll give you a notification of it.
Yeah.
So you can
Whatever.
just click on it and then go to it.
Yeah. But oh, I've been having my latest problem every now and then. Well, every day, a couple of times a day. Up comes a little signal. Your disk space is running low, and then up's come the thing. You have zero space. You have to free up some space to be able to access anything else or do anything else.
But on your
Okay.
phone,
No, my laptop, my computer.
oh, good Lord.
So I think, well, so it says go to programs to delete. So I open it all. I said, and I look at them and I think, well, what is that then? What exactly do I use that for? Like it says, I need to free up. Is it 300 megabytes or something? So I'm looking down through the programs and oh, what's that there then? Adobe Flash Reader. What do I do with that? And I'm loath to sometimes
Yeah,
delete something.
don't take Adobe Flash Reader off.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So I looked at some other stuff, and it's when I lost both my Facebook account from the laptop and my email because I was thinking, oh yeah, click that, and I had a real battle then trying to get my email address back
Oh,
up
talk to me about
and
it.
my Facebook account. You know,
Yeah, I
it took
don't
me a
talk.
while.
It's a shit that is. I'm still missing on my telephone. I haven't got my proper messenger.
I
Uh,
haven't either. It keeps asking me for my
pin.
code. I think I can't remember.
My
What is
PIN
it?
number, I can't remember it, and I can't get it together. And it sends it somewhere. Oh, your code was sent. Where? But where was it sent?
Yeah.
Where did you send it?
Well, with me, they send it to my phone, so it
You
comes
can't
up
send
on
it to
my
my phone.
phone.
You can't send it to my phone because I'm on my phone asking them to change my PIN. And
Yeah.
I tried the pin of the I tried the POOK, I've tried the pin of the telephone, and I've never had a pin with Messenger. I never had a pin with Facebook.
Yeah, but I noticed that it seems to be a new thing here now, like this meta business thing. You know. So
Uh,
what I did today, it says either upload a temporary thing or something. So then I went to enter a new one, and up came a list of it's usually six digits, and up came a list of numbers with 6 digits. I thought, oh, are these ones I've used before? So I looked down through them, and I thought, oh, so that one is. I looked at the numbers, and I thought, all right, that's Jodie's birthday, day, month, year. I thought, oh, so I put the cursor to that, clicked on it, and right, and then I entered those numbers into the spaces underneath. It verified it, and oh, bingo! So
okay.
I got that. That's coming up on my laptop, but they sent me the code to verify on my phone. So
Uh,
when I looked at my phone, their verification code is there. I typed that in, and then I was able to sort my new pin for it.
oh,
So I
good.
mean that's what if you try doing that on your laptop, look at the if your verification, call it up on your laptop as opposed to your phone, they can then send you the message
Yeah, but
because I
all I get is we send you the code, and they don't tell me where they're gonna fucking send it. And I got a feeling I gotta get back my Hotmail account because the first time I ever signed into Facebook, I'm still signing into Hotmail. So I got to go into Outlook and open up my Hotmail account to try and find out. It's a pain in the
right,
ass.
well, have they not got on record your phone number?
Yes, but they won't send it to the phone number.
Perhaps you have to click
It's not an
when they
op-
ask you
It's
what
not an
they ask
option.
you they ask you where to send it.
Yeah, you normally everything else I've got it does that, and it gives me my telephone number. But because I'm asking for my telephone, they won't send it to my telephone. But they'll send it to an email on my telephone, but they won't send me the pen direct on a message. It is fucking weird, Sam, I tell you.
Yeah.
I start off with good intentions, right? I'm going to do it today. And within an hour, I'm like frustrated, it's not working, and I'm pissed off about it.
Oh,
Oh,
I know.
God. So, right on.
It's like a rabbit hole, then, you know.
But yeah, because what is it? I signed out. Because what happened was, when I got locked out of my iPhone, this is going back 2 years now, a year and a half, okay? I
Yeah.
got locked out of my iPhone, and then because I fucked up my iPhone account, I
Yeah.
lost I lost the Facebook account as well because the phone just went out down. So then I couldn't do anything at all, and then because I couldn't get into my iPhone account at all, and it was a nightmare trying to get it right, and I had to find the POOK code then for the iPhone, and then reset the iPhone, but then I couldn't get into my Facebook. I got into Facebook, but it didn't have Messenger on my iPhone. So I opened the Messenger up, and I just signed in Paul Conibear, and
Yeah.
it signed me into this fucking Hotmail address. I don't know where they got it from. I don't know where,
Yeah.
but then I didn't know that. So then I didn't have a code for it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a password. Didn't have a code for it. So I said, "All right, well, send me a code." Yeah. So
Yeah.
they sent it, but I didn't know where. And it's been like that ever since now. That's been
Oh.
about 6 months I'm on it now at the
And
moment.
it's murder when you can't hardly ever speak to a human to say, "Excuse me, this is my problem. Talk me through it."
Yeah.
Any kind of ask help, click here, contact us.
I,
It's all
I used to,
automatic generated. You can't speak like for real. What exactly is it you're looking for? I'm looking to speak to someone. Oh, can you tell us what it's about? And
the worst thing is I got locked out on the computer. I got locked out of my Facebook account, so I couldn't actually do any of the settings at all on a computer or the telephone. It was a nightmare. It was a real nightmare. So then I went on to YouTube, spent about 3 days on YouTube finding out how to do it, and in the end, I got my phone back and I got the Facebook back. I got my normal messenger on Facebook now, and I got the messenger app as well on my computer. But on
yeah,
my telephone, it's on this other account, Paul Conibear, which there's nobody on it. There's no addresses on it. I only used it once just to get back into the phone.
yeah, I know.
And I can't get rid of it now.
Yeah, because I've got for the last year or so, or maybe 2 years, I've had a new email account, but on certain things, it still comes up as my old email account. I think, oh, and so if you registered with something, 3 or 4 years ago, and you go to enter your email, you'll tap in what you're using at the moment, and then it says, that doesn't match with the password you've entered. I thought, why? And then it's because, they still got on record my old email account.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then it
yeah,
says,
yeah.
change your password. So you go to change it to what you want it to be, like I use my regular thing, and they say, oh no, you can't use that.
Yeah, you already
You
used.
have to have a new password. So it's really annoying. I even tried typing in a totally gobbledygook password just to get in there, so I could then reset my password to what I wanted. You know?
Mm. And even then, they might not if it's too close to
Yeah,
the other one.
yeah. So you add a digit, and then that confuses it. And then I think,
Totally.
all right, so with that, I have to add a digit, and with that one, it's not that. Whereas I know they advise you against it. Oh, don't use the same password for everything. But that's like trying to remember the top of your head half a dozen passwords.
No, I
I
didn't.
rem I prefer to stick
I
to
got,
one that I know, and
I
then
got, I got all my passwords on Chrome, so they're safe enough there, I think.
uh,
So because normally now when I sign in, it's an automatic sign in. I got them all on automatic.
uh,
So if I sign into Gmail, I don't have to put any codes in or anything like that. I just go to it.
uh,
And if I need to find out a password, I just go down. There's a huge list of things, programs I use and sites I use, which have their
Mm.
own passwords, of course, which goes back, loads of years. But you think I got my password for fucking Hotmail? No, no, it's not that. It's Microsoft, and it's not Google.
Yeah, a lot of the time I put things on my phone in the reminder category, uh, like codes, key numbers, this, that, and the other. Sometimes I put a reminder there to come up the following day at a certain time. Ping, do this. But other things, I'll just put something up there, not with any date or time. So I just scroll right down. I think, oh yeah, there's my passport number. Oh, there's the frame number for the bikes,
Hmm.
So that, because I remember I took one of the bikes up for MOT, and the guy couldn't see the frame number because something had been fixed over it, and the bit that had been fixed over it, it couldn't get to. I said, oh, and I didn't have the logbook with me. So once I got it, then I thought, right, I'm not going to go through this again. So I put the frame number, on my phone, so I know what it is if it comes up.
Yeah,
And
right.
certain numbers. But what I've been doing lately, because of the upcoming trip, I've been trying to put into my sat nav a couple of addresses where I'm going. Because when I used to ride before, I used to take a map with me, and I'd have an idea on a map of where I was going, and I'd have a couple of key points, right? Okay, sort of Folkestone, Calais, right, that's okay. Calais, Lille, shall I go up to Dunkirk, whatever? How far is it on the map? But I found that over the years, the road systems have become quite complex. And when you're coming up to a junction,
Mm.
and particularly when you're abroad, and you've got a foreign destination, as you're coming up to it, you can't always, is this the one I'm looking for? Because you've got that small window of deciding, yes, this is it, I'm going to turn off, or no, it's the next one, and you ride past it. So with a sat nav, I thought, right, because I got one a couple of years ago. I mean, the prime reason I bought the sat nav because my speedo had gone on the van years ago, and apparently you didn't have to have a working speedo for an MOT. But
Really?
I wanted one just so I could see what I was doing, just in case I'm going through a speed trap or something. So on the sat nav, it would tell you what speed you were going.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
when I sort of fixed the speedo or got the new van, I didn't use it so much then. But what I've been trying to do is tap into destinations where you're going. But bugger me if you go to the sat nav and it says enter the postcode or the address, and it'll say, in the UK. No, no, and there's a window saying change your country. So I go, yes, change the country. I start typing in France. The F goes in. As soon as I hit the R, up come options of about three places. Something like Faroe and France isn't among them. Then I go to the alphabetical list. All right, I got Belgium, ABC. I get to F, and France isn't listed there. I thought this is stupid, And of course, if you're trying to, it says search near. So then you type in, right, search near Brussels, and then you type in the actual address you go in. And I know sometimes it's getting satellites, it has to be somewhere where it can get, but a number of times I wait until it's 99%, it's pulled down all the satellite info. So then, oh, you're fine. And I know that, say I crossed the channel and I type in a search, it's more likely will come up then
Yeah.
because you're actually in that country to start with. But
Hmm.
I have had success typing in addresses in Europe from home. And you think,
Okay.
well, which part of this address and postcode and town doesn't it savvy? So
Uh,
that's a devil's rat now. I go to upgrade the information from Garmin, that's the company that feeds the sat nav, and oh yeah, upload the latest editions of it. And then it says, you need to have so much space on your disk to be able to download this to then pass it on to my sat nav. And of course, I got no space. So I must, get in touch with Les, who I haven't spoken to for a while, to
who's-
do that remote access. You
why don't you buy
a stick.
an external drive, an
I've
external.
got an, I've got an external drive, which I lost for a couple of years,
Oh yeah.
and I transferred loads of stuff to it, and then I found it about 2 years later, right down the bottom of Kim's glove compartment,
No.
and I was like, oh yeah, great, but every time then I want to access anything that's on my laptop. If I do a transfer of everything to this to free up space, in theory, then I have to delete the stuff from the laptop that I've transferred to this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then, if I want to access something, I then have to plug this back in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
suppose.
have your cake and eat it, Fred.
But I'm sure there's loads of stuff on my laptop that I just don't use. I think I filled up a fair bit of space with Spotify because when I do my quiz, I build a playlist of about 20 or 30 songs, and they're all on my laptop. So they're all logged in there,
Oh, yeah.
whether I've got Wi-Fi signal or not,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
there. Well, although having said that, no, I think you still have to have Wi-Fi signal to be able to play them,
Oh,
because they downloaded onto my laptop, and I thought, all right, they're all in there now. But I think
um,
if I go somewhere and I'm doing a function, now I always check, oh, what's your Wi-Fi? What's the code? Because I find then that I don't have a problem, A, playing my playlists, and if somebody wants something I haven't already downloaded, I can then, because I'm connected, I can go and search for it and
yeah.
find it,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But and I think that might be, taking up quite a bit of space. But it's just I'll more likely try and get in touch with Les and say, right, you do the remote. I forget what it's called now. It's actually on my desktop. I forget what they call it. It's a name for it. Whereas you ring somebody up, and he says, right, he can see all the controls of my
Oh
laptop.
yeah. Any desk or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then he can go through stuff and he'll
Yeah.
say, right, well, it's this year. I said, yeah, but what, like that Adobe Flash Player? And I looked at it and I thought, oh, do I need this? So that's quite I looked at some documents that's on it and I thought, oh, that was a one-off when I just looked for something. I don't
Yeah. But
really.
what you should do then, Sam, is
Yeah,
go into Google and tap Adobe Flash Player and
yeah,
see what does it do.
yeah,
Then you'll understand that maybe
yeah,
it's helping in bringing the photo or it's opening up the document, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's what I do all the time. There's some things that I got on mine, I got no idea what they do, so I just, out of curiosity, I just
yeah,
type into Google or just ask Google.
yeah, yeah. Google a lot is, and it, Google it.
Yeah,
That's the
or,
phrase that
or
probably.
YouTube is perfect for it as well, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone to YouTube a couple of times when it's like a how-to,
Yeah.
and when I was trying to get that plug out of my phone
Yeah.
with the plug had snapped off, and a couple of things talked you through it. I said, "Oh, right."
Yeah,
And
it's amazing. I always, I've done lots of stuff on my computer with that, especially getting back into it, when you sign yourself out to something and you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you
yeah,
get lost on it, you say, God, what the fuck is this?
and a lot of the time it's awkward though. You go to a YouTube thing, and with me, it's the same as like you said. If I'm doing something on my phone, and then it says like go to whether we've sent you a code. I'm thinking, oh, hold on a minute now. I'm using my phone to access this. If I come out of this to look for my code, can I get back into But uh, other times with the how to on YouTube, I found that as well. But at least if I do a how to on my laptop on YouTube, and I got my phone to receive a code or whatever.
hmm
So you're not going back to something over.
I've only just I've had this phone now for about 2 years, and I only just found out that I can change the screen and still keep the old screen, So
What do you mean change the screen?
well, I could be on Facebook, for example, on a
Yeah,
chat, but then I
yeah,
want to go and look up a telephone number for someone. So I'll just,
yeah,
and you got to just touch the thing at the bottom and you screen it off, and then you go to the other screens.
yeah. It's
Uh,
more like it's more like a lot of features on mine that
oh,
sometimes you
I've only
discover by
just found that out.
accident.
An old fogey with a telephone. These kids, the whippersnapper kids, like they know all about it, don't they?
Oh yeah, they go from one to the other to the other. I'm thinking, and
Yeah.
they're going chut 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 chut. Oh, you know, and the kids, the youngsters. I mean, the babies, the 2 and 3 year olds. I mean, they because they're given a little tablet with a visual audio game. I call them like today's version of a dummy. They
Yeah.
used to give babies, yeah, suck on that and you'll be a bit quiet.
Mm.
No, they're given this little tablet with some pictures on it and it makes doo doo boo 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 doo boo noises and the kids lock into it. You give them one of those, they're quiet for an hour.
Yeah, right.
Just, but they're savvy. It's funny when Mally, Kim's granddaughter, I'll show her a picture um, on my phone, and she goes, "Oh yeah," and she immediately then she swipes forward to another one. She enlarges it up. She goes this, that, and the other,
Mm.
all over the place. Where did you get that from, Mally? She's only 4.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the,
And
the
then
kids, the kids
the
are
other,
just brought up with it. It's
yeah.
like a nature, like.
The other thing is with Kim, I'll show her something on my laptop, and because she does everything on her phone. I mean, she doesn't have a working laptop, hasn't had one for years. So I'll show her image on my laptop, and she goes to it, and she goes to the screen, and tries to enlarge it,
Ah, yeah, like this. Ooh,
like you do on like you do on the
your
phone.
phone, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Or swipe it or whatever,
I'm in the middle of trying to buy a new computer, and I finally found a company in Germany, and I did all the fucking customizing that I wanted, all the things I wanted on it,
Yeah.
and I finally got to the end, put it in the basket.
Yeah.
Buy. So clicked, put it in the basket, and it wouldn't fucking move. It wouldn't go in the basket. I go, "Oh, no!" I spent a day and a
Well,
half.
I've got to get a new one at some stage because mine, I must have had it for more likely 4 or 5 years.
Oh God.
And when I bought it, Les was saying, "Yeah, this is good. It's it was a second-hand one, but he said it come back, and it was Windows 7. But
Mm.
10 was around. He said, "No, you'll be able to do everything you want on this." But of course, it's
Seven,
getting.
seven, Windows 7 is great anyway. Yeah.
But then now I'm getting lots of things. Oh, Windows 7 has no longer been supported by this,
Yeah.
that, and the other. And you get things coming up now and then. Oh, like if I send somebody an email with an attachment, they can never open the attachment.
Yeah, I had that when I was using my laptop.